Happy Monday, ladies. This week's a little different. I'm gonna keep the Zoom meeting, even though only a few of you have been showing up. I want to give you the opportunity if you do have any questions or just to say hi. And then you just have the one assignment, which I'm actually giving you 2 weeks to cover, because it does require, for some of you, a lot of research. Most of you have picked a country that you're going to do this project on. If we were still in school, then I would then have you share these presentations with each other. But basically what you're doing is you're choosing a country and you're going to tell me what the education system looks like there. And so some of you might get really into this as you do and find out some really cool facts, and maybe you'll decide you want to move there and be a teacher. And so what I've posted to Classroom is a slideshow, and so you're going to compile all of your research into that slideshow. So on the first slide, what's the country name that you have chosen to research? The second slide is by the numbers. Please reach out to me if there are any of these that you don't quite understand. You can message me on Remind, or you can email me or comment on Google Classroom and I will get back to you. So you are going to tell me the population there, what the literacy rate is there, percentage of gross domestic product spent on education. So how much does the country actually spend on education? And then world ranking. So are they number 1 in literacy? Are they number 2 in testing? What can you find? How long are students in school each day? So is there a standard? Some schools or countries go like 8 to 4, 8 hours a day, but maybe your country has 12-hour days or 3-hour days. So see what you can find on how long your schools are, or how long your students are in school each day. The mandatory amount of years or grades that student must complete. In the United States, they have to go through K through 12 before they can graduate. You might find that your country does things a little bit different and they're going to call their grade school and primary school something different. What does standardized testing look like in this country? Do they have standardized testing? Tell me what you find out. Are there mandatory classes that student must take to graduate? And so in Ohio, you guys know that you have to have American government and 4 maths and 4 Englishes and 3 sciences and 3 social studies. What does your country say? How does one become a teacher? So this is what I think is kind of interesting too. I hope that most of you have been looking into what it takes to be a teacher upon graduation from college. And so if we have this class again your senior year, that's what we look a lot into as well. So what sort of classes will you take in college? What sort of certification do you need? Do you need a certification? Find out what your country requires. Next is, what does a teacher's salary look like? And so don't just give me a dollar amount. See if you can find how that compares. So do they make $30,000, which is a whole lot there? Or do they make $30,000 while a dentist makes $500,000? Find some way to relate it to other professions to let me know, are teachers paid more there or less there in comparison to the United States? And then the last 4 slides, 3 of them say fun facts. So just find me something fun about the country. It doesn't necessarily have to be attributed to their education system, but maybe something you want, why you chose this country. So I gave you 3 options there, fun facts. And then the last slide, find a video about this country's education system. Had we presented this in class, I would also ask you to maybe discuss what you saw, but I want you to spend some time and see what you can find, and I want you to watch those videos. And so that's all I have for you for this week, and it will carry over to next week. I'll have another video, an explanation for next week, but you do have some time to work on this. Please don't wait until next week, next Thursday night, to finish it. But if you have any questions, as always, reach out on Remind or Google Classroom or email, and I'll hopefully see some of you on Tuesday at 1:30 for our Zoom meeting. Hope you've been able to find a way to enjoy this gorgeous weather, and I miss you all. Bye.